They are now starting that press conference. I believe it's Chief Inspector Paul Cash. Let's listen in. Of course, Harshita Brella, 24 years old. Her body was found in the boot of a car in Ilford. She is from Corby. Let's listen in.
Just to say, you've obviously met Chief Inspector Paul Cash from the Northamptonshire local policing area, which covers Corby. He's going to read a statement which does give a significant update on the investigation into the murder of Harshita. You won't be taking any questions today, and we won't be adding any further to this statement today for operational reasons. So I just wanted to let you know that, and I'll hand over to Paul to read the statement. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you. Good afternoon. I now have an update on the investigation into the murder of 24-year-old Harshita Brella from Corby. Firstly, on behalf of Northamptonshire Police, I would like to express my deepest and heartfelt condolences to Harshita's friends and family, and to everyone that knew and loved her. Harshita was a young woman in her early 20s. She had a whole life ahead of her and everything to live for, and it is absolutely tragic that her life has been cut short in this way. A murder investigation was launched after the body of a woman, who we have now named as Harshita, was found in a car in East London. This finding came about after we received a call on Wednesday, November the 13th, regarding concerns for Harshita's welfare. Officers were deployed to her home address in Skegness Walk, and after getting no answer, a missing person investigation was launched. Fast-track inquiries were made, which sadly led to the discovery of a woman's body inside the boot of a vehicle on Brisbane Road in the Ilford area of London in the early hours of Thursday, November the 14th. A forensic post-mortem examination, which took place at Leicester Royal Infirmary on Friday, November the 15th, established that Harshita had been murdered. Officers and detectives from the East Midlands Special Operations Major Crime Unit and Northamptonshire Police, working alongside colleagues from the Metropolitan Police, have been working around the clock to establish the circumstances behind Harshita's death, including the location and time frame in which it took place. We've followed a number of lines of investigation and carried out numerous inquiries, and we're now able to provide a further update. Our inquiries lead us to suspect that Harshita was murdered in Northamptonshire earlier this month by her husband, Pankaj Lamba. We suspect he transported Harshita's body from Northamptonshire to Ilford by car. We now believe he has fled the country, and we are releasing an image of Pankaj Lamba with this statement. More than 60 detectives are working on the case and are continuing to follow numerous lines of inquiry, including house-to-house, property searches, CCTV and ANPR. We're of course continuing to appeal for any information that will help us piece together exactly what happened as we work to get justice for Harshita. I urge anyone listening to or reading this statement that if you saw anything suspicious in the past week or have any information, no matter how small, please contact us. We would always rather receive well-meaning information that turns out to be nothing, as opposed to not receiving it at all. Whilst we are satisfied there is no wider risk to the public, we understand how shocking and distressing such an incident can be for the local community. Our neighbourhood officers will continue to provide additional patrols in Corby in the coming days for reassurance, and anyone with any concerns is welcome to approach the officers, who will be happy to help. Anyone who has any information that could help detectives bring Harshita's killer to justice can contact the incident room by calling 101, quoting Operation Westcott. Alternatively, information can be submitted via our online public portal at www.mipp.police.uk, or please feel free to call Crime Stoppers in confidence on 0800 555 111. Thank you for support and assistance in helping us bring Harshita's killer to justice, and we will provide further updates when we can. Thank you.
While the manhunt continues, police have revealed that they believe 24-year-old Harshita Brella was murdered earlier this month by her husband, who they believe has fled the country. However, they are asking any witnesses or anyone who may know about her husband or indeed his whereabouts to come forward and contact them. He was named, I believe, as Pankaj Lamna. They say that friends were raised concern about her welfare and whereabouts on Wednesday, that's November the 13th. A missing person inquiry was launched, and that led them to the discovery of the body in the boot of a car on Brisbane Road in Ilford. On Thursday morning, the body was taken to Leicester Royal Infirmary, where they conducted their post-mortem examinations and deduced that she had been murdered. And this investigation has taken this turn now, where police have taken the step to name and announce that they believe her husband is responsible and that they are trying to track him down to help them with their inquiries. Of course, these are allegations at this moment in time, but police taking the step to name the person they are looking for in this manhunt, allegedly involved in the murder of Harshita Brella, 24 years old. This picture was released to us shortly after the body was found. They were immediately able, when we had that breaking news on here on Sky yesterday, to tell us that that body was found in the boot of a car after the alarm was raised by concerned friends and neighbours during the week. They did know then that she was indeed from Corby, not in East London where the body was found. Later in the evening, they then released this picture of her and named her. So just a reminder, if you have tuned into Sky News, we've just had that police conference where police have announced that they believe 24-year-old Harshita Brella, on your screens right now, was murdered earlier this month. She was then placed in the boot of a car and transported to Ilford in East London, where her body was dumped in a car. They have taken the step to announce that they are looking for her husband amid allegations of her murder. They believe that they want to speak to him and that he may well, they suspect, have fled the country. He has been named as Pankaj Lamna, and they're asking anyone who has any knowledge or can help with the inquiries to contact police. They gave a number of options of ways of contacting police. Of course, you can always call 101 and tell the people who answer that you are calling about this incident. You can call Crime Stoppers, 0800 555 111, or you can go online, www.mipp.police.uk. Well, our correspondent Lisa Dowd has been following this story from Corby, and she joins me now from Corby. Lisa, more details now from the police, and they are now taking the step, unusually, to name the person they're looking for in this murder hunt.
Yes, a significant update from Northamptonshire Police this evening following the murder of 24-year-old Harshita Brella. An international manhunt is now underway for her husband, who is called Pankaj Lamna. They've taken the step of naming him and releasing images of him this evening. They have said in a statement tonight that they believe that he murdered his wife earlier this month, and then it's suspected that he transported her body from Corby in Northamptonshire around 100 miles south to Ilford in East London, where her body was discovered in the boot of a car on Thursday. They believe he has now fled the country. I did ask after the police statement whether they were able to say where they think he's gone. They said they can't say that for operational reasons. They also said they have 60 detectives now working on this murder investigation. They are reviewing all footage available, including CCTV footage, ANPR footage. They are asking for anybody who knows Harshita to come forward with any information, or anyone who may have seen something suspicious in the last week or so to contact them. They are stressing that they don't believe there is any wider risk to the British public, but they are stepping up reassurance patrols for people in the area, and they're encouraging people to come forward and speak to police officers, either if they have information or if they just need that reassurance. But to recap, it was on Wednesday that police were first alerted that this lady, Harshita Brella, was missing. They went to her home in Corby. Neighbours there have told me that a number of different people lived there, calling it a house of multiple occupation. There were concerns for her welfare. There was no answer at the house when police called, so they launched a missing people's investigation. And on Thursday, in the early hours of the morning, their investigation led them to her body being found in the boot of a car in Ilford in East London, around 100 miles away. On Friday, a post-mortem examination confirmed that she had been murdered. That post-mortem examination was carried out at Leicester Royal Infirmary, and then last night Northamptonshire Police released her identity, and now the identity of the person they want to speak to in connection with this murder investigation. Her husband, Pankaj Lama. They suspect, just to recap, that he transported her body from Corby to London, and he has now fled the country.
Lisa, live from Kettering, as that murder hunt continues. Thanks very much indeed. This is Sky News Today. Coming up, the family of Muriel Mackay call for a fresh excavation of the site where she's believed to be buried after her murder nearly 55 years ago.
Migrants risk their lives climbing aboard these trains in search of a dream, the United States.